Hi gorgeous, I have here my favorite products under $20 and these are my top 5 products that I have been using for years and years. I'm gonna start off with the king of the sponges, the original beauty blender. It was released in 2007 and since then numerous brands have tried to recreate it and make their own version, but have they actually succeeded? The biggest difference between the original beauty blender and all of the other sponges is that this one here has a different material. The copycats usually have a more synthetic feeling and the original beauty blender feels more like a fabric when you squeeze it. It is a very soft sponge, maybe the softest that I have in my collection. It can blend anything, and I mean anything. If you have any stubborn concealers or cream products, this sponge is gonna do the magic for you and blend them into perfection. This is my go-to sponge when my face makeup looks patchy, and I use it wet so I can also refresh my skin because I have dry skin. This is the sponge that I have been using today. Yes, this is a new one. It gets twice the size when it is wet, as you can see. If you decide to use it dry, it's gonna give more coverage to your foundation, and also the face products are gonna look dry on your face because you don't have any water on it. Now, because of the softness, the sponge is very fragile. While washing, it is so easy to be pulled apart by your nails. You can see here the living example, and even though it looks beaten up, you can still use it without any issues. I have mine for about 4 years now, and you can see that I have used it a lot. One of the flaws of the original beauty blender is that it absorbs more product than all of the other beauty sponges that I have. I really love the shape of it. It is ideal to go in the inner corner of the eyes while blending my concealer, also at the edges of the nose, and you can also use it with powders if you want. For baking the under eye area, I never use it this way because I have dry skin. When this was released, you could find in the market only those triangle sponges in beige and white, and this was actually the first reusable sponge. Can you believe that? The owner of the brand is a makeup artist and she designed the product for her clients and also herself. The demand was so big, they expanded, and the brand is now what you know. It retails for $20 and you can find it in 42 shades. In my opinion, this one is a must-have to any makeup kit and can make your makeup life easier. Let's continue with another cult favorite. This is the matte lipstick by MAC Cosmetics. I have more lipsticks than I can use and I always go back to my MAC lipsticks. So the matte lipsticks are super creamy and can last for a long time even without the base. They give a soft matte finish to the lips and they don't dry them out. It doesn't feather on the outline of the lips and it has great color payoff. Also, the formula is very comfortable, lightweight, and not sticky at all. For me, MAC lipsticks are an experience with the beautiful bullet-shaped packaging. Even opening the lipstick feels high-end. They have a soft vanilla scent, which is the signature scent for all of the MAC lip products. It smells amazing. I decided to feature in this video the matte formula. However, I have tried all of the other lipsticks that MAC has, like the Lustre, the Amplified Cream, the Satin, the Powder Kiss, the Liquid Lipsticks, the Lip Stains. So if you want to see a video with all of my MAC lipsticks, let me know in the comments. Fun fact, many years ago I was interviewed to work at a MAC makeup counter. At that time I had almost finished the level A2 in German. If you want to be fluent in German, you need at least B2 or C1. They liked me a lot, but I couldn't work there because I wasn't fluent. And imagine using my phone, the Google Translate, to speak with the customers. Yeah, not ideal. You can find the matte lipstick in 36 colors and I have on my lips now one of my favorites. This is in the shade Lady Danger, and also what I like is that this formula is not transferring a lot on your glass and that's why it can last a lot of hours on your lips. I have here the full size and also the mini size. The full size retails for $19 and the mini size for $13. Today I've used the travel size and you don't miss on the MAC lipstick experience. Also, it is super cute. Another great makeup product under $20 is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is a very popular bronzer. It can melt on the skin, it blends so easily. If you don't know how to use a bronzer or you don't have time for patchy makeup products in the morning, then this is designed for you. It gives a soft glow on the skin and it doesn't emphasize any texture, which is very important if you have dry skin. It contains muruburu Murumuru butter. It contains murumuru butter that can restore skin elasticity and deeply hydrate. In the swatches, it's not so noticeable, but on the face you can see that it has more color payoff. I was surprised to find out that Physicians Formula was founded in 1937. It was founded by an allergist that his wife had lupus, and he designed makeup products for sensitive skin so she could use them. Oh, how sweet. I have eczema prone skin, and it is nice to know that when my skin is irritated, I can use products by this brand. About the color, it is very natural and it doesn't give that weird orange shade on the skin. You can find the butter bronzer in 6 colors, and I have here the shade bronzer. I open and close this all the time. It comes with a nice sized mirror and also a little sponge that, I'm gonna be honest, I never use. I think it is a very weird sponge. I prefer angled brushes like this one. This is by BH Cosmetics. The mirror of it is actually very nice if you want to retouch your makeup and apply more bronzer. It smells like coconuts, and with this packaging it reminds me of summer days at the beach, the waves and the sand. Yeah, I need a vacation. You can buy this for $15.99, which is a little bit pricey for a drugstore brand, although it is packed with a lot of hydrating ingredients and it is hypoallergenic that can somehow justify the price. Following that, let's go to an eyeshadow palette under $20. This is the Soph and Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. It is a collaboration between the YouTuber Soph Does Life and Makeup Revolution. This palette has one of the best color stories. You can basically create any eye look that you have in mind. It also has the perfect variety of shimmery and matte eyeshadows to highlight and define the eyes. I absolutely love that it contains a white and black matte shade, so you can change the tone of the eyeshadow, and they are placed also at the perfect spots in the palette. I love that. The arrangement of the palette is so well designed that you can easily see which eyeshadows can match together to create your eye look. I also have the new Mcgrath palette, and you know something? I was staring at this palette for minutes and minutes to decide how to use the eyeshadows. About this palette here, the eyeshadows are so easy to blend in the crease or press them on the eyelid with just your brushes. You can always use a setting spray to amplify the colors of the eyeshadows, but with this one you don't have to. It was released in 2017 and you can still buy this palette. This is how you know this product is amazing, and I love that they didn't make it limited edition. We can agree that the packaging is a little bit plasticky, however this is $15 for 24 eyeshadows. I have done 3 eye looks with this palette, and I'm gonna have a link for the video in the description box below. And let's continue with one of my favorite foundations. I have here the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is one of the very few foundations that I have more bottles of. I have tried it 3 years ago, and since then it became a staple in my collection. This one gives medium to full coverage. You can also mix it with your primer if you want to create your own BB cream. It is lightweight with a liquid formula and can be easily blended with a sponge or a brush. I prefer using this with a wet sponge because I have dry skin. The Infallible foundation looks very natural on the skin with a light glowy finish. As the name indicates, it claims that it can last for 24 hours. I have actually used it for 10 to 11 hours and it looks even more natural at the end of the day. And this one is my go-to foundation when my skin is irritated and patchy, because I know that with this foundation my face makeup is gonna look smoother. If you have oily skin, you can still use this formula. I would say definitely set it with powder. I am also always setting my foundations with powder. Another great thing about this foundation is that it's not so sticky and it needs a very small amount of powder to set it. It is dry skin dreams. Despite the formula being one of my favorites, I don't like the scent of it. It smells like alcohol. However, when I apply it on my face, I don't smell something, and also it is not drying. It can oxidize one shade darker, so keep that in mind before you choose the color that you want. They have released 40 shades and the price of it is $15.99. I have more expensive foundations that don't look as natural and beautiful on the skin as this one. Charlotte Tilbury. If you liked this video, you can also watch this one here, and don't forget, you are beautiful with and without makeup.